recording. Hello, we are back with another episode or continuation of Dreambound. Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good night. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, or will have a wonderful day, or had a wonderful day. I don't know which point of the day you are in. So let's continue from where we left off. When he opened his eyes again, he was sitting. Noah sat in front of his easel, his hand poised over the canvas. His hands were covered in a splattering of paint that cracked over his skin, already dry. The darkness that surrounded him suddenly felt light after the place he'd escaped. Noah paused in surprise, his eyes glued to his canvas. On it, a painting of pure darkness, a reflection of a dream. How could this be? I wasn't here. At first he wondered how, then why, before his mind settled on an answer that didn't answer anything. It's perfect. At some point, the brush had dropped from his hand and landed on the floorboards, just another splatter amongst a sea of color. He couldn't look away, he wouldn't, not when this was everything he'd been waiting for. This is it. Jumping to his feet, he lifted the painting from its place and carefully put it to the side. Who would have thought that which I detest would create my finest piece yet? And all it took was a single dream. He sat back on his stool and slumped forward, deep in thought. Kane, my dad let me stay up all night playing. You've got to get it. As if my parents would let me skip out on studying to play games. You won the parent lottery, Noah says. Kane, you can just say you're studying and stay over at my place then. Noah, oh man, really? I'm down for that. Kane leant over Noah's desk, talking and laughing as he usually did. Noah sat lazily, kicking his feet against the legs of the desk, not worried about whether it would annoy anyone else in the room. It was an early morning a few months into the semester. Noah had settled into his routine by now, walking to school with Kane, chatting until the bell rang, and then wasting the day away until he could go home. Of course, there was more to it than that, studying, tutoring, pressure from his parents, but all in all, nothing ever shook him up. He was comfortable, but bored. Kane, hey, I heard something interesting. Noah, what now? Kane, apparently someone's moving into our class. Noah, what? At this time of year? No way, they'd never catch up with the workload. Kane, no, for real, my dad said so, and... Noah, and your dad's on the board of directors. Yeah, you say it every time. Kane, do you think you'll be a cute girl? Too cute for you, that's for sure. Kane, ouch, my heart. It's fine, you're the only one I need. Kane fluttered his eyelashes, putting on a voice so clingy that Noah physically recoiled. Noah, ew, hopefully it's a guy so I can make a new best friend. I think something's wrong with mine. Kane, you can try. Who else would be able to put up with you? Step, step, step. The door opened as someone walked carefully to the front of the room and behind the desk. Their teacher, Mr. Floyd, stood in front of the class before clapping his hands. All right, take your seats. I have some exciting news today. The class chattered endlessly as the students did as they were told. An excited buzz spread through the room. As some of you may have heard, we have a new student joining our class today. He just moved here from interstate, so make sure to help him if he gets lost with anything. So a boy. Yes, Kane was wrong about that one. Noah leant his elbows against the desk, resting his head in his hands. For some reason, he didn't find himself all that interested. Mr. Floyd. Anyway, I'll let him introduce himself. You can come in now. A pause. No one opened the door. For a few moments anyway. Slowly the door opened wide and someone stepped in. Noah sat up on his desk, his eyes locked on the boy that entered. Blonde hair and deep green eyes. He didn't hesitate any longer. He stepped in front of the class with the brightest smile Noah had ever seen. I feel like I know these intros by heart now. August. It's nice to meet you all. My name's August, and I've just moved here with my dad. Actually, we move around every couple of months, so I've been to around 7 schools already. A few students gasped in surprise, hanging on to every word he said. Rather than sounding like a well-rehearsed speech, his words flowed naturally and calmly without a single nerve to be heard. It certainly did seem like he was used to making such introductions. Still, I hope we'll be staying here a while longer, at least enough time to get to know you all. August is a pretty name. I thought it would be a girl with a name like that. What does your dad do? He's a photographer. He's always traveling and moving. I had the option of staying behind with my grandparents, but I decided to go with him. Oh, so awesome. I wish I could travel that much. What else to say about me? I like sunsets and long walks on the beach. The room exploded in laughter, but Noah couldn't even manage a giggle. Something about the boy captivated him, caught in his gaze, and held it there. He was afraid if he even moved a muscle, the boy would disappear. And so he stared silently. Alright, and enough of the dating app intro. Make sure you all make August welcome and show him around later, okay? Go take a seat. There's a spot free over there, next to Noah. Noah, silence. Noah waved meekly, and August did the same in return before taking his seat. Whatever was said for the rest of the class, Noah didn't know. He twirled his pencil between his fingers, his workbook abandoned. His elbow rested against his cheek as he snuck glances towards August's profile. Every now and then he would shift, making Noah jump and look away. His profile is almost pretty. He continued staring at the boy. Well, not even almost. It is pretty. August. With that thought in mind, August's eyes finally met Noah's. Noah froze, unsure if he should quickly look away and pretend he hadn't been staring, or if he should just smile and act natural. Eventually, August decided for him. He smiled brightly, tilting his head at the same time. Noah awkwardly smiled back before looking away, his heart racing. Only a few moments later, a folded piece of paper slid onto his desk. Noah looked at it in surprise, then back at August, who simply raised a finger to his lips in a shh motion. You're Noah, right? It's nice to meet you. I hope we can be friends. It was written with a smiley face on it, which had a nose on it. Noah wrote a return message carefully on the other side, unsure of what to say. Yeah. Nice to meet you too, August. Looks like we'll be stuck together this year. With another smiley face on it with the nose on it. Why did I do it to it? It's so lame. When Mr. Floyd turned his back, Noah quickly scrunched up the paper and tossed it towards August, who meticulously flattened out the screwed up ball and read the message. Done reading, August propped his elbow up on the desk and rested his chin on his hand, copying Noah's posture and smiled towards him. Noah's mind went blank, and the rest of the lesson passed in a blur until the bell for lunch suddenly rang. Only when Kane was standing over his desk waving a hand in front of his face did he snap out of it. Kane, hello, Earth to Noah. You there? Right, yeah. Is it time for a break already? Yeah, and Mr. Floyd called on you twice and you didn't say a word. Are you feeling alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Just feeling a little out of it. What do you think of the new guy? What? Noah's cheeks felt hot at the sudden question. Why? I don't know, just making conversation. He seems nice. Has a nice smile too. Right, well I guess we should go greet him too. Wanna go over now? No, I mean, I'm sure he has a bunch of other people hanging around him right now. Wouldn't want to crowd him. The rest of the classroom was empty. Everyone else had already cleared out, either to eat or chat with friends. August had obviously been pulled along to have a tour with their other classmates. Yeah, seems like he'll be a little hard to get a hold of. Later then. Wanna go get something to eat? I brought food, so I might just eat here. Whoa, you sharing? Don't be stupid, your lunches are way better than mine. What can I say? I'm something of a chef de cuisine. Noah laughed in response before pulling out his lunchbox. In it, a sandwich and a few other snacks. Compared to the luxurious meal Kane had cooked for himself, it was nothing. Actually, you can just give me some of yours. You know I'm always happy to share with you. Kane gave Noah a warm smile. He might play around, but Noah knew that Kane would probably do anything for him. The door suddenly rattled and opened. Noah put his sandwich down and turned, just in time to see someone walk towards him. The boy from earlier, August. He sat at his desk quietly, minding his own business. Kane looked towards him, then back to Noah, motioning for him to speak up. You okay? Oh, just a little tired. I thought I could probably hide in here for a little bit. My name's Noah, which I guess you kinda already knew, and this is Kane. You wanna eat lunch with us? Is it really okay? Of course, the more the merrier. August turned his chair around with that same bright smile. You get dragged around everywhere by the girls. I think they showed me every inch of the school, which I'm happy about, don't get me wrong, just a little exhausted. I liked your introduction, by the way. What a stupid thing to say. God, I'm so lame. Really? He laughed a little before looking down. I was a little nervous, honestly. It's hard coming in front of new people and talking about yourself. I'm not really that interesting, so I always have to build myself up to do that. Kane, you certainly broke the ice. You're gonna fit in well around here, I can tell. Thank you, I really hope so. His voice was gentle and calming. He had an air around him of brightness. I'm gonna go buy a drink. You two want anything? Just the usual. You want me to come? Nah, you can wait here. August? Oh, Then can I have just the usual too? Noah could feel that gentle smile directed at him all throughout his body. Got it. Kane left the room and it was suddenly silent. Noah tapped his fingers uncharacteristically, wondering what he could say to fill the silence between them. Psst. What's the usual, by the way? Just a cola? No, I wanted to sound cool, but if it was coffee, I would have made an embarrassment out of myself. Yeah. Noah's fingers tapped against the book that sat in front of him as he searched for something to talk about. School, too boring. Where he lived before here, I bet everyone's already asked him that. What's that? August asks. August pointed towards the book under Noah's fingers, his eyes filled with wonder. Oh, that. It's just something stupid. Don't worry. Now, I'm really interested. Can I see? Noah. You really want to see? If it's okay with you. It's a little embarrassing. That's okay. I think everyone gets embarrassed about the things they make sometimes, because it means so much to you. Feeling shy about his work, he handed the sketch pad over to him. August, silently. Inside was a plethora of drawings, sketches, and paintings of anything and everything that had caught Noah's attention at one point or another. For once, he was glad he hadn't drawn anything that day, lest August find a drawing of himself. You drew all of these? Yeah, sorry, I said it was stupid. These are amazing. They're so beautiful. Noah's silence. No, they're just... August, you have so much talent. His eyes were filled with so much wonder that Noah couldn't help but respond in earnest. I actually want to become an artist. I know it sounds dumb, but amazing. You're really amazing. You'll be a fantastic artist, I can tell. Have you ever tried painting? Oh, I haven't. I can hide these sketchbooks at home, but I think my family might notice if I brought in an easel. Why would that matter? They don't really like me doing art. August. Well, I think you would be really good at painting. Your drawings are so beautiful. I'm really bad at painting though, and drawing, and pretty much anything else art related. Maybe we could try together? Noah blurted out the first thing that came into his head before instantly regretting it. However, he responded in earnest. August, that sounds really fun. I'll take you up on that offer. Noah found himself struggling to reply to that sincerely and used to anyone being interested. The door opened again and Kane stepped in. His eyes wandered from August's warm smile to the tinge of red on Noah's cheeks before he frowned. Pushing that to the side, he smiled again and sat the drinks down on Noah's desk. Got them. Enjoy. Thank you, I'll pay for them next time, I promise. It's no problem, don't worry. We can just force Noah to pay anyway. Hey! So you just moved here, right? Whereabouts is your house? Not far from here. I think it's Fielding Avenue. I'm still wrapping my head around the street names. Both Noah and Kane looked towards each other, blinking in surprise. Number 42? How'd you know? That's the place next door to me, Noah says. The people living there did move out a few weeks ago, Kane. August. I had no clue. I guess we're neighbors, both at school and home then. Maybe we could walk home together? I mean, if you're not busy. Yeah, I'd like that. I mean, it's probably the safer option too. I might get lost otherwise. My dad always told me that if you dropped someone in the middle of the woods with a broken compass and half a map, they'd still have a better time finding their way out of there than I would. The bell rang again, signaling the end of lunch. August shuffled back to his seat while Kane gathered his things. Oh. Next to him, August dug through his pile of books before frowning. I think I left my math textbook at home. Mr. Floyd laughed and waving his hand in a carefree manner. You can share with Noah for today. Try to remember for next time. Yes, sir. August carefully dragged his table and chair closer to Noah until the two were sitting shoulder to shoulder. All right, everyone, open your textbooks to page... Oh God, why did I leave it here last time? Go on, say it, Mr. Floyd. Open your textbooks to page 69. We'll resume our previous lesson on trigonometry. Some kids in the class snickered and giggled. Usually Noah would at least glance towards Kane with a smirk, but this time he was completely frozen in place. August leaned his head close to Noah's, his blonde hair hanging down in front of his glasses. He carefully pushed the loose strands behind his ear as he read the textbook carefully. Mr. Floyd's voice faded into the distance as Noah's concentration on triangles wavered. He only snapped back to reality when August mumbled something under his breath. Math might be the death of me. You don't know how to do this? Don't laugh, but I usually only just manage to pass my math tests. I promise I'm better at my other subjects. Do you want to work together on these then? Noah tapped the problems on the textbook with the end of his pencil. Really? Thanks, Noah. Noah. Somehow the name sounded just right, rolling off his tongue. Noah swallowed hard, then finally pulled his eyes away from the blonde boy. I need to concentrate. So if we have the adjacent and a hypotenuse... Sorry, I said hypotenuse, not hypotenuse. August stared down at his workbook, where he copied down the problems and had begun working on them. Then, Noah reached over, wanting to write something beside August's neat handwriting. Noah barely stopped himself from pulling back as their hands brushed against each other. Oh, that makes more sense that way. Than the way I was taught. Thank you, Noah. I think I get it now. No problem. Noah pulled his hand back, awkwardly fidgeting with his pencil. The rest of the day was much like the beginning, a complete and utter blur. For some reason, Noah couldn't get that smile out of his head. Yet at the same time, the thought of it made him nervous. What's wrong with me now? As the clock ticked down second by second until the bell would ring to signal they could go home, the butterflies in Noah's stomach took flight. He tapped his pencil against his desk, nervously with a frown. This is stupid. It's not like me to be nervous about anything. He's just another guy anyway. It's not like I'm walking home with a girl. Beside him, August didn't take any note of Noah's actions. Unlike him, August had actually been working through the tasks. Is there something you want to say, or are you just tapping your pencil repeatedly for fun, Noah? Mr. Floyd's voice was lighthearted, and Noah knew instantly he was just joking around, yet his face still went a deep shade of red. No, nothing, Mr. Floyd. When the bell finally sounded for class to end, August was instantly surrounded by people. He struggled between them to move his desk back to where it was. Kane found his way back over to Noah's desk with a laugh, glancing at the huge crowd. He kinda looked like he'd be shy and quiet, but he seems fine even when he's surrounded by people, huh? In the center of that gathering, August smiled and chatted away as if it were only natural. Yeah, So why don't we walk around in the city? I can show you around. Oh, actually, I need to go home and unpack next time. And how about we walk home together? Thank you, but I'm actually walking home with Noah. It turns out we're neighbors. Oh, I'm so jealous. You don't want to spend too much time around him anyway. You're way too nice to him. He's kinda a jerk. Noah froze at the comment. It's true that he wasn't particularly close to his other classmates, but he had no reason to become friends with them at all. He had Kane. Thanks for the compliment, but I think he's probably nicer than I am. Also, I don't think it's nice to talk about people behind their backs. Anyway, I need to go. Thank you for showing me around earlier. August waved them off before joining Kane by Noah's desk. Shall we leave then? Do you live nearby as well? Just across the road, actually. Amazing, this is like fate meeting you two. Yeah, right. Fate. Noah stood from his seat and gathered his things. Dropping his art book into his backpack, with everything tucked neatly away, they left the school. The air outside was still warm, and the sun beat down on their faces. The smell of late spring gently soared with the wind. Each step felt like it took great effort as Noah gripped onto his chest. He wondered if he was starting to get sick. Needs something to break the ice. Kane doesn't look like he's going to say anything. Think, brain, think. So, what kind of things are you into? Noah stood between Kane and August, but all of his attention was directed at the newcomer. I don't really think I'm into anything very interesting. Your hobby is way cooler. Hobby. Excuse me. We've moved around so much I never got into any clubs or anything, but I do like reading and taking photos. That's cool. I like reading too. Since when? Since always, Kane. I can't remember the last time I saw you pick up a book. I do have a life outside of when you see me, you know. What, really? He feigned shock, but Noah just rolled his eyes and looked back towards August, who was laughing at their antics. You two are really good friends, huh? I'm probably the only person who could put up with him. I'd say it's the other way around. Maybe we should have walked home without you. We'd all be walking the same way anyway. That'll be a little awkward. Whatever, I do like reading, so that's cool. And you like taking photos too? Yeah, my dad's been teaching me a little. Cool. I didn't realize you were into photography too, Noah. Will you just shut up already? To be honest, I'm nowhere near as good as my dad is. Anyway, it's a little embarrassing, only talking about me. What about you, Kane? Me? His only interests are good food and his own looks. Hey! Tell you I'm wrong. I like cooking, and just because I use a moisturizer doesn't make me obsessed with myself. Who uses moisturizer? Don't worry, I do too. Well, I guess it's not that bad. Maybe I should try it. Kane. August, you already have such clear skin. You're really lucky. No. I think yours is a lot nicer. Oh, we can show August a shortcut. Kane smiled, interrupting the conversation. Oh yeah, good idea. A shortcut? It's easy to show you, but if you take a left up ahead, there's a shortcut through the mountain that leads to behind Noah's house and yours now. Really? That's amazing. It's not that much shorter, but it's kind of pretty, I guess. Since when did you find nature pretty? Since none of your business. With a laugh, they made a turn into the greenery and left behind the sounds of civilization. I am going to pause here, guys. My voice is getting tired and my nose is getting sniffly. So, to spare you guys the pain that is my current respiratory system, I will continue another time. I hope everyone has a good one. Thank you for sticking around. If you enjoy what I do here, please leave a like, comment, maybe subscribe. I mean, the fact that you got here is big enough for me, so. But any little bit helps. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Toodaloos!